and today I have an epic, not so epic Mystic Mine. Yes, you heard me right, Mystic Mine Burn deck profile. So this deck, I don't think people should play, but I do think that people should remember that this still exists, but I don't think people should play this. Not because it's bad, just because it's really toxic. But like, yeah, without further ado, I guess smash like button, comment down below how much you guys like hate this deck, because yeah, no, this card is something else. And yeah, subscribe for more epic content like this. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So first off, we are starting with our monster line. 5 monsters. We are running triple DD guide. This card on somebody just changes control to your opponent, so it gives them 3 monsters. So in case you open guide mine, you can normal the guide, give it to them, activate Mystic Mine. It's good to go. Oh, and before I continue, I just want to mention, I know I'm not running Final Countdown. I don't like those builds, and I'll explain that a bit later. But back to the monsters. Yeah, so DD guide is like a 1-card Mystic Mine turbo thing. We have double Lilith Lady of Lamb. I noticed that at 3 I would break on this card, so at 2 I think is like just the right amount. So basically you get to send any of these directly from the deck, which comes up a lot, and it's just really good. That's basically it for the monsters. I guess without further ado, we hop into our spells. So we have triple Cauldron of the Old Man. I think this is the best sprint spell in the game. It gains a counter every standby phase and on activation, and basically once per turn you can either gain 500 life points for each counter on the card, so it's really good in time by the way, and it's good if you're in a tight spot, or inflict 300 points of damage to your opponent for each counter on the card. So it's a really good card, being able to burn stuff, and obviously the goal of this deck is to mine your opponent so that they can't do anything, back it up with Field Barrier, and then Cauldron them for games so that they die. Literally, it's Mystic Mine Burn. You guys know this. Triple Wave Motion Cannon. I know a lot of people aren't running the burn cards anymore, but I still think that they're a lot better than Final Countdown builds. It's just a personal thing, and I don't like Dark Bribe and all those cards. I feel like they're just really bricky. So that's my reasoning for that. And Wave Motion Cannon, after 8 turns, you just get to kill your opponent with 8,000 life points, but usually it's going to be way earlier, like around the 5,000 to 4,000 mark, because you have so many burn cards in the deck. We have triple Demise of the Land. When your opponent special summons a monster, you get to activate a Mystic Mine directly from your deck to the field. I don't think I need to explain why this card is good in Mystic Mine Burn, but like, yeah, it's pretty good. We have triple Field Barrier. Field Barrier is the MVP of the deck other than Mystic Mine. You just slap it on when you have a Mystic Mine, your opponent will not be able to out it, and if they Heavy Storm, not Heavy Storm, oh my god, Harpy's Feather Duster you, then you just, the Mind Stays just the Field Barrier goes, so it's just really good. So triple Field Barrier. We have triple Goddess Skeld's Oracle. This card is really good because basically, if your opponent does have Spell and Trap removal for your mine and stuff, you don't want them to see that. So this card lets you stack your opponent's top 3 cards in your deck. So why this is good is that if they have Lightning Storm, or if they have Twin or something, you can just put it to the bottom of the 3 cards and make sure that they don't draw it, and you get knowledge on what they're playing, and you get to know what they're gonna draw. So yeah, it's a pretty good card. I personally like it. You have triple Mystic Mine. Obviously, this card is stupid. I think Mystic Mine is fair. I don't think this deck is fair. I think Mystic Mine is an okay card to have in a format, but the deck itself is just toxic. So like, yeah. We have triple Pot of Duality. You are literally, you're not special summoning ever in this deck, so Duality is just amazing, and being able to choose is really good too. The reason why I'm actually not running Prosperity and I'm opting for Extravagance is that Prosperity, you can choose to run it, but I feel like the draw 2 is better in this type of deck, because you have so many ways to get into mine, that like Prosperity would be good, don't get me wrong, so it's definitely an option, but I prefer Extrav. Once again, Prosperity more than a viable option. We have 1 Terraforming, obviously our 4th copy of mine, and speaking of another copy of mine, we have Metaverse, our 5th copy of mine, and this is our 6th, 7th, and 8th copy of mine, and then our 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and even more because they go into multiple cards. We have a lot of copies of mine. We're going to be seeing it. We have triple Mojamatiro, giving your opponent 3 monsters, so if you smack on going first Mystic Mine, Field Barrier, then Mojamatiro, you just get 3 monsters. They are stuck, they can't do anything. Triple Secret Barrel. Obviously, this card is pretty epic because it burns 200 points of damage for each card onto the field and in their hand. And with Mystic Mine, the cards really start to add up after a while because, like, they just sit there. So Secret Barrel can burn for a lot of damage. And now that's a lot of damage. You have triple Secret Blast. Secret Blast is arguably better, but arguably worse, and inflicts 300 points of damage for each card on the field, not on the quite a bit still. And on destruction, it inflicts 1,000 to your opponent, which is also really, really good. Onto the extra deck, we have triple Mega Fleet, triple Fortress, because like the extra deck is completely pointless in this deck, so you may as well run cards that might come up if you're playing against Savage Axis. It's like the only cards. We have one Utopia, because we can make it if we set the DD guides and then flip them for some random reason, and then a bunch of cards that Utopia can go into. So we have Ray, Prime, and of course the good one, Lightning. And then this card's a pretty cool card actually, Klarushka of the Ventral Duo. So this card is really good because you can link someone with a set monster. So you can just set the guide or set the Lilith in some scenario where you need to, and then make the Klarushka, smash it into your opponent's monster because it's 0 attack, taking damage, then you have no monsters on board. So this is like the only card in the extra deck that I actually think is good. We have one Decode Talker because like why not? Literally there's nothing to run, and I can't stress that enough. We have one Nightmare Phoenix and one Unicorn because if you're actually able to make these, then you probably won't because you want to have a Mystic Mind, but you can, and that's the whole thing with the extra deck. And that's basically it for the video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smash the like button. Comment down below how toxic this deck is because wow, just like wow. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright guys.